G'day, Zach Kelly. Okay, I am in Forster, New South Wales. I tell you, I love this experience. I've got my bus plastered with signs, and every day I'm getting people come up to me and talking to me about the lyrics, and I put my lyrics on the side of the bus. And yesterday, this good man here, Jimmy, turned up. He saw something on the side of my bus. He's got a phenomenally inspiring story that I really want everyone to hear. And something bizarre happened. It actually wasn't yesterday, was it, mate? It was the day before, I think. No, it was yesterday. It was yesterday. Yeah. Jimmy's had a history with ice, and he's overcome that addiction. And he's done that through a faith-based approach. He's had quite a remarkable story. But so we were meeting up to do a song. We were going to record a song last night. And as I went through my day later in the afternoon, I ran into someone else who was a current addict to ice. And I thought, well, this is serendipitous. I haven't had this, happen to me ever. So I actually ended up spending that night, that evening, with that other person, and just playing songs and healing songs, and it just felt like the right thing to do. And now Jimmy and I have gotten together tonight to have a talk about some stuff. So just interesting. I think we are where we're meant to be, and I have no doubt, Jimmy, I've meant to meet you for a reason, buddy.
I think so too.
100%. So, buddy, please tell us your story. It really is inspiring. I'll hand it over to you.
Yeah, I pulled over when I saw Zach's van there, his bus, and it said, "God is good," and that got me, so I pulled over because I know he's good. Yeah, I said, explain my story to Zach, but I'll explain it to you guys. 8 years ago, I got tangled up with ice. My whole life I'd, recreationally used drugs, whatever was going, and but it never really had that much of a hold on me or ruined my life. But then 8 years ago, I got tangled up with ice and used for 3 years. And in the last year, my now wife fell pregnant, and she said if I didn't stop, that she was out of there. So
that wasn't your first child either, was it, mate?
No, I had a child with an ex-partner.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
But she was living with her mum at that time.
Yeah.
She wasn't with us.
Yeah.
So she fell pregnant, and she gave me the ultimatum to stop it or she was leaving.
And your ice addiction was in full steam.
Yeah, third year. That was into the third year.
Yes.
And at that point, I'd actually become an IV user. So that was even what. That's right. Yeah. Which is really, really hard. There's not many people come back from that.
Yes.
And so I was giving it my all. I was going 3 or 4 weeks at a time. On willpower, just so I'd go 3 or 4 weeks, no use, just on pure willpower.
Yes.
But then I'd fall off the horse again, and then I'd do another good 3-4 weeks.
Yes.
And fall off the horse again, and that just kept happening. So I was giving it everything that I had, and as it got closer to the end of the pregnancy, I was lying because I didn't want to lose my new baby, and I didn't want to lose my partner.
Yes.
So I was hiding it somehow, not very well, I don't think. It's pretty hard to hide, but I was hiding it. And we brought our baby girl home, and she found evidence of use, and that was it. So she packed the car and left. And my business was suffering really badly. All my jobs, my business was falling apart. My whole life was falling apart.
How old were you, buddy? What sort of age were you?
Well, I'm 42 now, so what was it, 4 years ago?
Yeah, okay, 38.
I always thought it was 5, but it's 4 years ago, apparently.
Yeah.
So 42, so it would have been 38.
Yeah.
38. And so then came back and found paraphernalia I'd hidden away. And so she packed the car and went out to her parents' house and left me.
Yeah.
And that was the night that I realised all of my plans, all of my, the ideas that I had to try and fix this were gone, and my whole life had fallen apart. I've just lost my partner, my baby, my business. And so that night, I said a prayer. Well, before that, I was showing you this earlier. I'd always been down rabbit holes, call them conspiracy rabbit holes, whatever you want to call them, about
a truther.
That's right. A truther. No, they're not conspiracies. They're all realisms now, aren't they?
3 months is the gap, they reckon, between when it's a conspiracy theory and when it's proven right. 3 months.
That's right.
Yeah.
So anyway, being a musician like you, Zach, my whole life I played in bands and original bands, but also was very interested in the industry and you know, the stars and the arts. So I used to do a lot of research and found that a lot of them sold their soul to the devil to get where they were. Bob Dylan's one of them. He admits it on YouTube that he did that.
It is actually, it's not hearsay because there are quite a few of them.
There's a lot of them.
They acknowledge publicly that
they've done that.
They've sold their soul to the devil. Yeah, it's interesting.
So I was so desperate that night, I thought, well, if these people have sold their soul to the devil for fame and success and riches and all that, maybe I can sell my soul to God. There has to be an equal opposite. If the devil's there has to be the opposite too.
Yep.
So I thought if I can maybe sell my soul.
And you're in a dark place here, like you're really reaching for anything to give you show your way out of it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So I thought if I can do that, maybe I'll get free of this. So I Googled up a simple sale contract on Google, and I just copied it out as it was on the form, and and this is it here. I got it laminated now because this is the night that I met Jesus Christ. So it just says on the paper, this purchase agreement is exacted on Wednesday, January 20th, 2021, by and between the following parties: myself, Yahweh, the Father, co-owner, co-buyer, Yeshua, which is Jesus Christ, has my address, description of property, which is my soul, my body, my life force, and the selling price, which was $0, because I didn't want any of that, obviously. So I signed that, and I said a prayer. That's the bit of paper there, if anyone wants to see it. There's probably reflections from the light.
I might even take a photo of that and just pop it. So someone can pause it and have a look at it.
And so I said a prayer, and I said, God, if you can take this drug out of my life, I said, I give you my soul, and I'll follow you for the rest of my days. And immediately, Jesus Christ came into my bedroom. Though I couldn't see him with my eyes, my room, there was someone, he was in the room with me, and the room filled up with so much love that it was unbearable, overwhelming.
Yeah.
And I ended up on the fetal position, on my bed in the fetal position, crying like a baby for 3 hours, like vomit, crying. I went through 3 towels of snot.
Just purging.
Purging.
Yeah.
He was pulling, I didn't realise at the time, but he was pulling the demons out of me that I had. And there were 7 of them. So after that, I kind of thought I lost my mind, and I was sitting on my bed with a lamp on. I felt lighter. I felt so much lighter, like I'd lost 50 kilos.
Interesting.
And I felt peaceful. And I sat on my bed and I had a lamp on. And after that, so the demons that he pulled out of me, they were unhappy. And they flew back in through my window. There were 7 of them, and they looked like black smoke, like tadpoles, but human-sized tadpole black smoke. And they were circling my roof. And I just jumped up and I said, in the name of Jesus Christ, get out. And they all went straight out the window, one after another.
Interesting.
And so then the next day, I went to bed. The next day, I came home from work at 2 in the afternoon, and I sat on my bed, and someone touched my shoulder, and there was no one in the room, and I out cold on my bed. And I went into an open vision. It wasn't an open vision. I was out.
Had you stopped using?
Yeah.
Yeah, you stopped using. Yeah.
No, I went into a vision, and I was walking. There was thousands of people walking this way, and I was walking through the centre of them, and I was naked, but I was covering myself, and I was pulling something around, and as I looked down, it was a white robe. It was a white robe, and God spoke audibly to me and said, everything you've done is forgiven.
Beautiful.
So I got born again in that vision. I didn't even know what that meant. No church, no religion, no nothing. But I got born again.
Yes.
That was 4 years ago. I thought it was 5 years, but it's 4 years ago. But I've never had a temptation to use.
Talk to us through that too, because you said you just released all of... Talk through those demons. You've spoken about your...
So through that, the 7 demons that I saw that were floating around my roof, I couldn't label them all, but most of them I could. I always had a very, an inner rage, I never took
yeah.
a backward step. If anyone was in my face, I never took a backward step.
Yep.
Me and my father love each other, and we'd die for each other. But we also had a pretty bit of a confrontational relationship. We never punched on or anything like that,
No.
but it got heated. After that experience, that was just gone. Never again. I haven't had a so that was.
So you say the demons.
That confrontational, that temper, I guess you could call it.
Yeah.
That was gone. That was one of the demons. Never had a confrontation with my dad since that time, or anyone.
Yeah.
Or anyone.
Yeah.
So that anger, whatever it is, was gone.
we've only spoken a few times and spent a little bit of time, but you have a real peaceful presence about you.
Yeah.
It's really, it's just refreshing.
Yeah.
You're just calm within yourself. And the thing I love is you're not trying to convert anyone.
No.
You just have a truth, your truth that's working for you.
Yeah, no, I just tell what happened to me. That's all it is. People can take it however they want. This is just what happened to me. It's just my story.
Yeah.
Yeah. See you, mate. Have a good night.
Cheers.
Would have loved to have chatted to somebody about the bus, but
That's it.
That's all good. That's me.
he was busy.
No worries.
So
Yeah. So that temper was gone. Yeah, that's one of them.
Do you think that might have been a lot of just inner angst because you were feeling like you're betraying yourself, you're destroying yourself with drugs and your life?
No, that's been there since I was 16.
Since before
Yeah,
that, mate.
yeah.
Okay.
No, me and my dad, and not just dad. As I said, if people got in my face and wanted to blue, I was there instantly.
We'll just wait till that goes away. We just had to have a break because the janitor was closing up and then cars and that, so the audio we'll just have to maybe backtrack. Keep going, Jimmy.
Yeah. I was just saying to Zach that one of the demons was definitely that temper, that short wick. And that was ever since I was young too, 16 at school, whatever. If anyone wanted to blue, and I never took a backward step. I was there instantly, and that's just gone. I couldn't see myself fighting anyone now.
Yeah.
Interesting. Or even having an argument. I just don't have it in me.
Not your thing.
It's just
anymore.
not there.
Yeah.
So, also I guess jealousy. The drugs don't help with that. They heighten paranoia and stuff. But I was more of a jealous person, much more of a jealous person than before my encounter with Jesus. So that is gone pretty much. I think that's gone. Sexual perversion, I guess, pornography. That was a part of it all.
Yeah. A lot of people struggle with that, mate.
That's right, and that's just gone. That just left.
Yeah, interesting.
In that night, it was just gone.
The desire to use, that's the big one.
Yeah.
Your body's addicted to a
that's
chemical.
That's right. Yeah, no. So it wasn't just meth my whole life. I've always lived on an ounce of weed a week.
Yeah.
That was from 17 up until my encounter.
Yeah.
Always an ounce a week.
Yeah.
Morning till night, I'd smoke weed, and but the meth, just gone. So when I asked God to take that drug from my life, I said I'd give him my soul and follow him. He literally did that night.
Yeah.
So I've never been tempted since that night. It's been 4 years, and I've never had a temptation. I've been to my friends' houses while they use.
Yeah.
They've offered it to me, and it's just not there.
Yeah.
I've been trying to help them, with the same thing that helped me, trying to point them in that direction, and I've been offered it, and it's just gone.
I think the amazing thing in that too, and like I said to you earlier, it wasn't someone forcing it on you. You were ready. You initiated the whole thing yourself. You were ready. Your journey was.
You have to. Whenever you have your own plan, like I always thought I had a plan.
Yes.
And I could beat it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until I realised that I didn't have a plan, and I'd lost everything.
Yeah.
That was when I was ready to surrender.
Mate, what would you suggest to? There's a lot of people struggling with addictions, and and yours is a great example of how to overcome. And you've taken a particular route, a faith-based route. What advice would you give to someone if they can't find the comfort in God to get over their addiction?
Well, it wasn't the comfort in God, I guess.
Or the strength, I guess.
Well, it wasn't my strength either.
Okay.
It wasn't anything that I did. So people say to me now, Evan, you've done so good, you know. You've done so, and it's like I did nothing. I honestly did nothing. I just asked him, and he did it all. But what I would say is, because I've heard a few people, you know, users say, I've asked God to help me, you know, and it hasn't. But for me, as a user, there's a place. It wasn't until my partner left with my baby that, you know, up until that point, I was at 95% hate for the drug,
Yep.
but still had that 5% of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That
100% not. Yeah.
that 5% of I could just do a little bit. I could just, if I could just not use it hardly ever, and just have a little treat every now and then. Well, if you're at that place, it won't happen for you. So I had to lose everything.
Yeah.
To get to the place of, I want this 100% out of my life.
Yeah.
So that's where you need to be in your mind.
Yeah.
Well, have you got that even 2% of, I hate the drug, 98%, but I still love it. That I can treat. I can have a treat here and there.
It's still got you.
It won't work.
Yeah.
So you've got to hit that place, and for me, it was rock bottom, and losing everything. And when that happened, that was when, from the bottom of my heart and soul, I cried out to God for change.
Yeah.
And to rescue me.
Yeah.
And as I say, I did nothing, he did it all.
Yes.
But if I had that 5%, you know, still there, he'll stand back.
Yeah.
God, because he can see that.
Yeah.
So you need to come to the table 100% wanting it out of your life. And when you do, he'll take the whole load.
Yeah.
Immediately.
So, brother, what does life look like for you now? Your journey.
Well, my partner came back, and then she said she was going to leave me because she said, if you're doing this Jesus thing, I'm going to leave you. So she left me for the ice. That's right, a Jesus thing. So she left me for the ice, and then she said, I'm going to leave you for this, if you're going to do this Jesus thing. And I said, well, that's all right, because at least I'll be able to be a good father now.
Yes.
Which is the main thing. I just wanted to be a good dad to my oldest daughter and to my newborn.
Had a different why.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So, but she saw over time, she couldn't help but see the changes, that they were all positive.
Yes.
There was not one negative.
Yeah.
So she ended up coming around.
Lovely.
And she's come back, and we've since had 2 more kids. We've got another little boy and a newborn little boy.
Yeah.
So we've got, I've got 4 and I've got 3 with her.
So you're not sleeping at the moment, mate. If you got a newborn.
No, he's a good sleeper.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's a good sleeper.
You're lucky, bugger.
Yeah, no. So he wakes up for a feed, but then just goes back to sleep. He's
And your business is back on track, and
business
you're
is
playing music
booming.
every
Yeah,
week
gigging all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the future? What do you hope for the future, and what lesson do you want to teach your kids out of this experience that you endured?
For me, to walk with God, Jesus he gives you peace and joy that I'd never had throughout my whole life up until that point, until 38 years old. So it was always like, I call it a God-sized hole in you, and I was always trying to fill it with something else.
Yeah.
And it never satisfied anyway. It didn't matter how much drugs.
Pit.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how many drugs or whatever I did. There was still something. It was like, what else is there? What more is there?
Yeah.
And so for me, Jesus has given me peace and joy and hope for the future too.
Nice. And what would you like the future to be, if you could have it the way you'd like it to be?
Well, it's good. Life's good now. Yeah. Life's great. So I just try to tell other people, what Jesus has done for my life.
Yeah.
And I guess my walk now is trying to tell people about Jesus and what he's done in my life, and
I've been super inspired by your story. Your energy is excellent. Seriously.
Well,
you
yours
just
is
have-
too,
you
Zach.
just- But you just had this calm, magnetic peacefulness within yourself. It's
Yeah.
quite inspiring. So,
And if you
is
had
it-
known me before, it was very, very the opposite.
yeah, well,
I was in a hurry. My family and friends always in a hurry, but always in a rush. But to go where? No, I was always
Yeah.
always like, where am I? What's going on? Where am I going?
yeah.
You know, so
if not to just get away from where you were, just to be
yeah,
somewhere else.
yeah.
Mate, are there any questions you wish I had asked you that I didn't? Is there anything you'd like to say in passing before we wrap the interview up?
I don't think so. No, I think it's been a good interview.
Yeah, awesome. Well, look, thank you. I appreciate
Lovely
you
to meet
having
you,
a
Zach.
chat. Yeah,
Yeah,
likewise,
lovely
mate.
to
I'd
meet
like
you.
to drop in and say good day on the way back through.
Please do.
If you're happy to do
Yeah,
that.
please do.
We'll
Come-
actually record
come-
a song.
Yeah,
so.
come to our house and say hello. You
Yeah,
can meet
nice.
the family. Be
Awesome.
good.
Excellent. Well, guys, if you are struggling with addiction, have hope. There is a way out. There's many ways out, and this is one that certainly worked for Jimmy. So if you do get into trouble, if you need to reach out, I'm more than happy to DM me as well, and might be able to put you in contact with some people that may be able to help you. But we'll sign out. Thanks again, Jimmy.
Thank you.
Glad you, mate.
Yeah.
See you guys.
See you guys.
So ask yourself this question: will you stand and hold the line? Or are you happy to play the victim and just surrender every time? Are you happy